Yes, guys, Marty from AFTV. I'm here with Adam after Arsenal beating Brighton 1-0 away from home at the Amex. Adam, could have very nervy affair. Run me through the game and how you see it and your thoughts and the views on it.
Well, Brighton didn't rock, did they? At least not in the way they thought they would. Very professional, solid performance. Look, I want to make it clear, we weren't good. We weren't fantastic. But the best sides, and I said this months and months ago outside the Emirates, are paved on defences. Defences that love defending. Gabriel, absolute warrior at the back, as the song goes. You know, he absolutely loves defending, and he showed that tonight. He was absolutely impeccable throughout. Brighton were always going to be aggressive. They're on their home patch. Their manager's been chatting. Look how well that ended for him, by the way. Go up against Super Mick, come out second best every time. So there was a little bit of heat. You know, they were lighting the fire for this game. It was crackling, and it could have gone off on a few occasions. But we were actually very professional, especially as we got deep into that second half. They were coming at us and coming at us and coming at us, and we held our ground and we stayed firm, strong, believing. I think, to be honest with you, the players might have been aware of what was going on in the rest of the league. You know, sometimes players are aware of it, sometimes they're not. But we were very professional. We never looked swayed by Brighton and their tactics and what they were trying to do. And I think that was paved by just outstanding defensive form. And as many managers have shown in the league, you know, you don't always win the league by playing great football. I remember back in the day when I started watching football in, 03, 04, very lucky time to start watching football. But since then we had obviously Wenger playing, attacking, expressive, dynamic football, little players that were really technical and beautiful to watch, from Spain and all of these, technical football-minded countries. What Arteta's done is he's brought back the Arsenal mould. So you've got people back in there like your Tony Adamses, your Steve Boulds, your, Patrick Vieira's, these kind of frame of players, strong leaders, absolutely warriors that absolutely love getting into it. And I find it funny, I always find it funny how we're labelled a soft team. We have been over the years. And suddenly, since Arteta changed the mould, we're seeing a Stoke City Mark II. So there is seemingly some sort of, belief that no matter what we do, we can't win. But I thought we were actually very tactically proficient tonight. We weren't naive. We knew what we needed to do, especially as the game went deep. Yes, would it have been good to score another goal? Of course. But 1-0, you're winning it, don't lose it, don't drop points. And we didn't do that today. And at the end of the day, Man City did. Nottingham Forest, 2-2. And I'd love to prove these pundits wrong. All these pundits that are saying, the beauty of football's been taken away. We don't want to see Arsenal win because it's corner FC. What a load of nonsense. What a load of biased nonsense. I would love to win the league, and I would love to say all of them. Just because we changed our style and became winners, that doesn't mean we don't deserve to win it. We absolutely do. And, the strongest steel is formed after, quite a few knocks. We've had a few knocks, and we're getting stronger and stronger.
So you spoke briefly on the result, the 2-2 Man City and Nottingham Forest, the relegation dogfight, which now Tottenham Hotspur are being dragged into. How important was that result combined with our result, essentially increasing our 5-point lead to 7 points?
Yeah, a very big game, wasn't it? At the top of the league and at the bottom of the league.
At the Etihad.
Yeah, absolutely, at the Etihad indeed. And, Spurs are obviously now in a position where they're looking behind their shoulders. Obviously, you made that point very well on the live. They need to be worried about where they're going because they're going down a
trap door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think, there's evidence to suggest now that it's not just hotting up at the top of the league, it's also the bottom of the league. And these teams will scrap like never before to stay in the league because, of course, the financial reward of staying in the Prem. But no, it was a big game. City losing points at the Etihad. Would you have seen that with Man City 2-3 seasons ago? Would that, mentality have hit them? You can say what you like about it being amazing goals, but at the end of the day, 2-2, and they've dropped 2 points. But those are the statistics. It doesn't matter if they played brilliantly. It doesn't matter if they've had 90% of the ball. It doesn't matter about the XG. They drew. We won. Simple as that.
Travelling to away games has never been easier, especially with Rocket Mobile.
Unlimited data, unlimited everything in the UK. When you leave the UK, it's 20 gig of roaming data. Life is very easy.
£16 a month, no hassle.
How you doing? You're doing all right. And this is what you get in Europe. I know. Tony Adams. Come on, mate. Thank you so much. Leave you the man.